Just making sure that everything is going. I think we are good. I think we're live. Yep, there we go. All right, one last thing to get open. Hey, hey, hey. All right, everybody on YouTube and Twitch, I have both chats open, so I'll be seeing all of it. Have I ever been sleepwalking? No, I haven't. I have killed people in my dreams, though, and that's intense. All right, get ready for some flippin' Deftones. Hello, Russia. So this was the guy I was working on last stream, and I finished it. Oh, this song's so good. Alright, so we'll do a recap. Here's the main boss dude. Is our protagonist. So now we're working on the environment. Was it a justified killing in my dream? Yeah, they were trying to kill my dog, so yes. So now I'm trying to mess around with the environment. Have I seen Donnie Darko? Yeah, that's one of my favorites. Love that movie. Now I'm working on some props. You can ask something. I can't guarantee I'll see it just because it's pretty quick. I thought the protagonist was a girl. I'm actually going to work on a different thing. This is a different piece from the other one, just because I wanted to start with something a little more action-packed for the first thing I'm going to be devoting a lot of time to. I can lower the volume slightly. I didn't realize how loud it was. The story is relatively simple for this one. It's more just, there's not too much thought put into it, just like, it's actually kind of, I was thinking of going for like a funny story. I'll explain it in just a little bit, but this environment that I'm doing that's like up in this crazy mountainous region, so the crafting materials that they have are mostly just bones and rocks, so now I'm trying to make some props out of those kind of materials. Can I upload videos on how I practice perspective? I already did that. That's pretty much the whole YouTube channel. This is a different story from the that storyboard that I was working on. Like I was saying, I have to commit. I'm going to commit a lot of time to the animations. Probably going to be around 6 months. So I wanted to do something that had a little bit more action in it. So, and plus I even just in doing that storyboard, I realized some of the things that I wanted. Like I realized some missteps that I made, which is I didn't pre-design a lot of the stuff. Did I brush up on prop design? Not really. I just started. My design sensibilities have changed, if that's what you mean. Or are you just asking if I just kind of went for it? Does my neck and back ever hurt? Not really. Not so much. Oh, let me make a announcement also. They look metal as hell. There you go. Yeah, this one is like like an effigy sort of thing. I'm gonna do like some fire pits and that sort of bit. Do I consider myself a good kisser? That's a weird question, so I'm not even gonna answer it. But I guess you'd have to ask my girlfriend. I feel like you can't really be a self-proclaimed. I mean, I don't know, maybe. I'm gonna go with a yes, I guess. On the left prop, the center spike is making an annoying tangent with the shadow shape. Yeah, I'll take care of it in a little bit. What is it? The center spike. Oh yeah, good call. Thank you. I've heard of Mikey Mega, never really watched his content. I think he subscribes to my channel actually, if I'm not mistaken. By the way, this is generally how I go about doing my thumbnails. Even though I'll bring it to a finish like this kind of style. I usually like to start here, sort of like a pencil sketch. I don't know what the opacity is. I'm pretty sure the opacity is at 100%. And I just have flow and whatnot enabled. Sup, baby. I'm gonna flip this around. Just want to see some of the issues with it. I don't know if I want this to be a fire underneath. Yeah, maybe not. Maybe I'll go back to where it was. Because it is supposed to be like an effigy, so I'm not sure why you would burn that on fire. It's like, here, we're gonna praise you by lighting you on fire. Hey, thanks to Paint, I appreciate it. How you present your classes, I'm not sure what you mean by that. If you could be more specific, that would help. Favorite anime? Big fan of Berserk. I was thinking about how I kind of want this to be like Berserk. I was going to look at some of the fighting sequences from that. Like, just, there's that one scene in Berserk where that horned demon comes through the, I think he's in a cathedral or something. It's just so badass. So I'm going to try to capture that. But I like that comedic thing of Trigun. So if I do continue with this afterwards, I'm going to end up, whatchamacallit, I'm going to end up making it kind of funny. The classes on my Patreon, I do them on Zoom, but I meant more specifics about your question, because you asked how do I present them, and I'm not really sure what you mean by present. They're all run through Zoom though, the Patreon classes. If you want to talk to some people that are in the class, you can talk to them about how they're enjoying it and whatnot. I can refer you to some people on the Discord server if you hop on there. Berserk manga is way better than the anime. I will have to check that out. I am not weeb enough. I have only watched the anime. Yeah, thank you. I'm glad that you like the comedy in Trigun. I was thinking of, like, what I like about Trigun is that the action is really serious, but then there's a lot of levity in it. So, in this, my main character, he does his training at Tiger Schulman's Karate, which is like a really, I don't know if you're familiar with it or not, but it's like a it's like a karate school for 5-year-olds. So I want him to be like training there for 20 years and not realizing that he's like, yeah, he doesn't realize that he's trained at a really ridiculous school, and his partner's going to be like a 5-year-old kid who's like way smarter than him. I'm not going to go into that in this particular thing, but if I do continue it, I will go into that dynamic. How much do you think is a fair price to put on a commission by a company for a private person? Is 7,000 enough? That sounds like a lot of money. I don't know what type of commission it is. I don't feel offended by you saying that the manga is, or the anime is a disgrace to the manga, because I already really liked the anime, so if the manga is that much better, I'll have to check it out. How are you blending so effortlessly? I have a smudge brush that I use. How hard or easy is it to find a job as a professional artist? Probably pretty hard. I do most of my work for myself, so I don't, it's kind of, I don't really know. I have no basis for for what. Yeah, I think it's pretty hard. It's a lot about knowing people. But if your work is really good, that obviously helps. I know Steven Zapata he ended up getting a gig through the podcast that we did, actually. His current employer said they saw our podcast episode and decided to reach out to him after that. When the protagonist finds out about the studio he's been training in is for children. Yeah, I figured that would be really funny. And I want him to talk about it because I had this idea of something happens where he's thrust forward in time, so maybe he's like brought back to life, or something silly like that, where he was like frozen, or he was brought back to life in the future. So I want him to be ancient, but then he's from ancient Japan, which is or maybe not ancient Japan, maybe like from right about around now, and then he's revived in the future, so like sci-fi. So it's kind of this combination of sci-fi plus just like traditional, or like, I don't fucking know. I don't know what I'm talking about. I haven't figured it out yet. I'm figuring it out as I go. For whatever reason, I can't talk and draw today. I have not really thought about learning the Japanese language. No. Languages are pretty hard. I don't feel like spending the time to learn them, to be honest. Do I like anime art? Yeah. Favorite band? Deftones are definitely in there. I really like Mars Volta. Like if I'm going to bands of all time, Dillinger Escape Plan, Meshuggah. I don't know if I want that in the front there. Do you think working with scenarios today is a good way to make money? What do you mean scenarios? I'm confused. Hong Kong, that seems like a lot of money personally, but I don't know if there's a demand. If someone is willing to pay you that much, I would say do it. Sounds like a lot to me, but if somebody will pay you that much, go for it. Do I listen to Mick Gordon? No. How many years before I could draw from imagination? I'm still working on it all the time. It's not easy. I don't know. I don't have any like specific timeline for that. It's just something you have to practice. All right, let's fill the silhouettes in just so I have an idea what they look like. You know, a lot of drawing too is like taking reference and messing around with the shapes of it. So it's not like I'm not using reference. I mean, right now I'm not using all that much reference, but I've been practicing art seriously for about 5 years now. Hold on, what did you say? Do you think working with scenarios is a good way to make money, you asked? And then you said, you mean RPG scenarios like taverns? Do you mean making, like, you're saying is it a good way to make money? Are people hiring you to do the artwork for that? And if that's the case, I think you can definitely make a living doing that. I mean, you'd probably make more if you were doing it for a company like Wizards of the Coast, but you could do it freelance for people that just want to hire you to do their characters for their game. That's another option. How are you switching to the polygon? So if you use the regular lasso tool and then you press the Alt key, that's why I generally don't use the polygonal lasso tool. I'll just use the regular one because you can just press down the Alt key and it gives you that. I think artists should really value themselves more. I'm all for that. And if people are paying you that much, fuck yes. Definitely take that much money. You know? I mean, it really depends on who you're working for. If it's a big company, then get as much money as you can. If it's a small company and you know them personally, or like, you know, I would say work with your morals in that regard, right? If it's a big company that's got a lot of money to spare, then there shouldn't be any qualms about charging as much as you can. If it was like your friend's mom and she wanted her Dungeons and Dragons character drawn up, I would be nicer, you know? Don't be an asshole about that, but... There will be no gerbils in the sketches today, sorry. Do I use the magic wand to fix the shape faster? You know, I probably could do that. I usually just sketch it in. If I was trying to do like a final silhouette, right now I'm just doing it just to get a sense of what it looks like, but if I was doing the final product, I would use the lasso tool. Sometimes my lines aren't... Sometimes I'll leave gaps in the line work, so the wand tool doesn't always work perfectly. Because even though my line work is clean, it's not like computer crisp like some people make their line work. Because I like it to feel a little natural still. Looks like Pathologic 2 game stuff. I actually have never seen or never heard of that game, but glad it looks like game art. Always good. All right, let's do more. Let's do like some sort of awning. Hey, thanks so much. God bless you in your career. I really appreciate that. Thank you for the donation. Am I ignoring you? I'm not trying to. Not, definitely just didn't see whatever you messaged. I don't know if you're aware, but there's a lot of people in this in this stream. Not sure what you asked. I request that you prove this sentence wrong. Okay. Artists that only draw figures, still life, etc., are less skilled artists than all those plus stuff for imagination. I think you could just... It's a different type of skill. I think you're kind of comparing apples to oranges to an extent. So, like, there's some people that are really just amazing at rendering stuff from real life, and that might not be a skill that you want to focus on. But I wouldn't argue that they are less skilled. How's it going? Am I going to make some animatics? Not today, but eventually I'm going to. One of the things I was running into last time with the other animatic is that I didn't really have a lot of set shapes for things because I didn't do the design work up front. So I wanted to spend more time in pre-production. Maybe I should make these a little blunter. I wonder if James has a mechanical keyboard. I do, but not... The reason I'm not using it at this computer is actually because it got so distracting when I was live streaming. Because I get feedback from my mic, or I can hear my microphone. So it was just so annoying to listen to that eventually I got tired of it. Where have I learned animation? I've been learning just from watching Tanako Pantoa's videos and Aaron Blaze and people like that. Do I sketch on an iPad or Android when going out? Neither. I sketch in a sketchbook when I go out. Neither of those, my friend. I do it old school. I just do it old school with my pen and paper. There's that old utensil known as pencils. So what came out of your animation YouTube poll? It seemed like everybody was down for it, which is cool. I'll try to keep it as like basic drawing related as well. It's not like that stuff's not going to be in there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to finish up my animation, and then with it I'll take stuff out of there. Oh, thank you, Blender guy. Boycott till mechanical keyboard comes back. Shit. Resources for drawing organics comfortably in perspective. I have a couple of videos. Do I think that physical books are better to study from? No, I don't really mind. I got that question a while ago. I remember being slightly confused. I don't think it's a problem. Just use what you like. James has videos for everything. Not everything just yet, but we'll try to get everything. Does one need to draw nude figures to get better at anatomy? I would go ahead and give that a yes. Yeah, I think so. I mean, you could draw clothed figures, but I think you might be missing, you might end up missing some points about the anatomy. Already look sick? Oh, thank you. I don't know why, but I just love awnings like this where where there's like ropes and things hanging, and maybe I'll take this skull actually and I'll put it above. I'll edit that perspective a little bit. Can I do a live session answering just our questions? I'm not going to do that right now, but I can do that at some point. You know, every time I've tried to do that, it gets less viewers than if I'm sitting here and drawing, which is kind of funny because everybody asks all the questions when I'm drawing and I don't get to answer them. And then as soon as I go to do one of those things, nobody shows up. I'm using Photoshop right now. For animation, I use TV Paint. People don't know what they want. Yeah, maybe. Because I do like, you know, answering the questions and whatnot. I would just rather allot that time for it. Am I being spammed by Binod? No, but I've seen other people being spammed by it and I have no idea what it is. You know what, I kind of just want to keep it that way. Don't even tell me what it is. I don't need to know. Too old. I think in general you gotta learn how to just study art. You shouldn't need, like, as you start getting more and more comfortable, you have to learn to develop your own assignments and not just rely on homework assignments given by a text or something like that. Just try to repeat some of the stuff that's going on there in the book, right? He's walking you through stuff, so. Thanks, Geralt. Appreciate the kind words. Sometimes I get the opposite. Sometimes people are like, you're ugly as fuck. I'm gonna move that skull for now. Beautiful like a fruit, thank you. Just found your stream, fan of the Gumroad tutorials. Oh, great, thanks. Did I know Paytim officially named themselves Binod? I have no idea what any of those words are, so I'm just gonna leave that for you guys to discuss. Will I make another skull video? Maybe. Haven't thought about it. If I do, it'll have to be different than the other ones. But yeah, I might do that. Important question, is soup a drink? Now that's the type of question I'm looking for here. That's a tough call, right? What really constitutes a drink? That's what we need to figure out first. So let me look up the dictionary definition first. And then we can decide based on that. Okay, drink. The verb is to take a liquid into the mouth and swallow. That's what she said. The noun is a liquid that can be swallowed as refreshment or nourishment. So I'm going to say based on that, it's definitely a drink. Definitely a drink. The soup question got more effort than 99% of art questions. Yeah, I've seen the art questions so many times that I only want to answer soup-related questions. When you live stream as much as I do, you just see, you know, the questions, the same questions all the time. So sometimes you just gotta give the ones that you don't see attention. What's going on, Gordon? I had an FAQ for a while and nobody read it, so I just removed it. Because the FAQ did not stop people from asking the same question, but... Hey Steve, what's going on, dude? Yeah, I used to only draw without a screen tablet, but now I'm spoiled and use a screen tablet. Finally feel like I can work today, so here's hoping that actually happens. Awesome. Let me give you a rundown of what we've been working on here. So we got some pose sheets for these characters for animation. Here's the main enemy dude. Here's some underlings that are gonna swarm in masses as the main protagonist who trained at Tiger Schulman's karate. And now I'm trying to work on the environment. That's kind of like, I'm just doing some thumbnails of what the place might look like, and here's some props. Thanks, Steve. I'm really excited about this project, and I'm having a great time with it. Something I've learned recently that has helped, I would say having fun has been the biggest thing, is making sure to have fun and allowing myself to tell stories. He must have learned that strip mall karate place must be where all the protagonists learn their stuff. Exactly. Wait, did you actually hear me say that? Or, because that's kind of the storyline, is that he learned at Tiger Shulman's karate. I don't know if you were here for that, or if we just have parallel thinking going on. What happened to having a career in concept art? I found something that was way more fun. And so much concept art is not drawing related. And yeah, I just found something that was more in line with what I wanted to do permanently. So, plus I'm coming up with concepts here for animation. So it's not like concept is completely gone. Oh, thanks. Coffee or cocaine, which one would you recommend for productivity? Well, considering cocaine is going to lead to serious addiction problems, and have some family history of the latter, and it's not great, I would suggest drinking lots of coffee instead. Trust me, I've seen the side effects. Seen the side effects of the latter. No bueno. Exactly. That's kind of exactly what I'm going for. I want the action to be like really intense and serious, but then the storyline to be silly and stupid, like that. I'm glad you're on board. By the way, I quickly hopped in on that 12-hour D&D stream that you were doing, and that was insane. Crosshatch drugs are mysterious to me. I'm like, really, one taste and I'll be addicted? I know from personal experience that that's not true. That's definitely a lie made by public health officials. But that doesn't mean I'm condoning it. I'm just saying it's not how that works. Favorite manga art? Well, I don't know. I haven't really read too many mangas. I'm just gonna go with Berserk because everybody said Berserk was awesome, and I already liked the anime, so I'm sure the manga is really super dope. James, what's your credit card information? No reason, just curious. Oh, sure, let me go get that for you. DEA, open up. You can become a professional without buying a screen tablet. I know Anthony Jones still uses his Intuos Medium, so do whatever the hell you want. Cool. I'm gonna have to check out the manga. I don't know. I never really read manga, so it's just not something I've ever really checked out, but I'm sure it's amazing. Vance Kovacs still uses his Intuos 3. Yeah, there you go. So do whatever the hell you want. There's no like set rules you gotta do, everybody. You can just do whatever the hell you want. The art police are not gonna show up and be like, hey, you better replace that now or I'm gonna be pissed. You better replace that. So, do what your heart desires. Am I drawing stuff for my animation? Correct. That is exactly what's happening. Call Anthony Jones over for coffee and cupcakes. Well, he'd have to fly 3,000 miles, so I don't think he's just going to come over. We did do our live event together, though, which was pretty cool. It's nice to hang out. I hadn't seen him since I actually was in his mentorship when I first started drawing. I hadn't seen him since then. Favorite guitarist? That's a good question. I actually really like the guitarist from the Deftones here. If I'm going pure, like, just guitar shreddiness, though, I'd have to go with the guys from Polyphia. Stanley. Oh, fuck. Stanley Jordan is so good. I forgot about Stanley Jordan. I might have to go with Stanley Jordan. I forgot about him. That guy's a maniac. Dude. Totally forgot about Stanley Jordan. Forgot about him. Have I heard the Deftones' new track yet? No, I didn't know they put out a new one. That's awesome. We're listening to the Deftones, so I might as well just put that on. Wait, where is it? How do I find it? I don't see it. OMG, he's reading chat. I certainly am. Look for ohms. I'll have to check that out in a second. I'm gonna listen to this track just because it's the best. And then we'll put that on. Had to step away for the screaming baby. That's alright. I don't know what I'm doing right now anyway. I'm kind of lost a little bit of steam here. Okay, here. I already have an account. What the hell? Alright, I found it. I'll play it as soon as I'm done with this. Have I been affected by Corona? Not personally. Been okay. Alright, let's hear the new Deftones now. Oh, I like this. It's a little bit upbeat and happy. Not what I was expecting. Yeah, sorry, I didn't get back to the commission thing. I've been super busy this week because I put out the Gumroad video. Well, this animation involving furious fights with grenades and drones. There's not going to be drones, but there will be a lot of furious fighting. Hey, thank you so much for the donation. I don't even know what currency that's in, but thank you. From Korea, awesome. Just wanted to let you know that you are a positive influence to so many young artists, including myself. Keep up with all the good stuff. Oh, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate that. Yen is in KRW? That's an interesting... oh wait, no, yeah, I was gonna say. Thanks, man. try to keep it positive. There's so many negative voices on the internet. I mean, obviously sometimes when I'm live streaming I get a little spicy, but like I see no point in putting out any negativity on the internet. Plus, we all know if I get heated during a live stream, it's all your fault and not mine, right? We all know that. You collectively as the audience. It's not a personal flaw or anything that I react. That is in fact sarcasm, in case you couldn't detect it. We all have grouchy days, yeah. Sometimes that happens. It's so weird. You don't like. It's weird as a streaming person, as a streamer, you know, because you want to keep it positive, but sometimes you just get sensitive and you just get all, just react, and sometimes then you kind of look to the comments. You're like, oh, I suck. I need the comments to reaffirm that I'm bad, that sort of thing. You'll get canceled over the soup comment? No! I don't want to get canceled over the soup comment. Be nice to hear those nice Jewish lips. You know, did you actually think I'm Jewish? Because I get that all the time. People constantly, like, I've even had people shout anti-Semitic slurs at me, and it's so strange. I've had so many people confront me as being Jewish. It's really interesting. But I'll do my ASMR channel. I mean, I don't think anybody should be shouting anti-Semitic slurs anyway. It's just interesting that that happens. I do look Jewy though. Thank you. Most of my friends are Jewish, so I kind of feel a little bit like it. It's my favorite thing to draw. Just beastly creatures and people doing action-packed poses and stuff. Deftones? Yes. Always. Not always, but a lot of the time. Man, you need practice. Thank you for your feedback. Has the comment section devolved into utter madness yet? We'll find out. Probably shortly. You're joking, by the way. Oh, okay. So hard to tell. I thought you were, for a moment I was like, well, I guess they don't like it. It wasn't for you. Oh, well, I would just react. See, that's what I'm talking about. I just shouldn't even acknowledge. And he was joking. Which other artists, in your knowledge, are sexual predators that haven't come out yet? None that I know of, but I don't hang out with any artists, so the only ones that I hang out with are Steven Zapata, and sometimes I hang out with Ahmed, and to my knowledge they are both not sexual predators. They could prove me wrong though. I doubt it, but I'd be very disappointed to find out if they were. That's funny. Sticky note. Skull looks like a predator. There you go. Trying to think. Let me draw the skull in and then I'll figure out how the hell to pose it. Or how to suspend it, rather. Hey, Pigsley, be quiet, man. Now that's always the most awkward perspective, is getting it from underneath. And now I'm doing a skull from underneath, so I don't even know what it would look like. Let me see, now I'll use some reference, because I'm going to just look up 3D model of a skull. What do I think of other metal genres? I like most metal genres. Is this for a commission? No, this is for my own animated project that I'm working on. Let's see. Let's talk about other metal genres. Oops. I'm a big fan of technical death metal. I just figure, for the most part, nobody wants to listen to tech death on live stream, but big fan of that. Is the music loud in the... Are you talking about the type of music, or are you talking about the volume? Wait, metal has subgenres? It has so many subgenres. It probably has more subgenres than most things. Okay, let's put on some tech death. Let's go... what's the band that I was thinking of? I'll find it in my recently listened. Ah, there we go. Here, we can go heavier. Wait. Watching metal drummers makes me feel tired. Yeah, fair. Am I writing my story as a script? Exactly. This is a little bit more deathcore, but... Actually, yeah. Let's listen to MVP. There we go. There we go. So intense. I love this. We won't listen to too much because I'm assuming most people don't want to hear this. That might be the type of music I want to play while uncontrollably torturing a person. That makes sense. Alright. I don't want to spend too much time on this. I'm wasting time with this skull. Have I seen the Bat Metal videos? No, I haven't. We listen to metal while drawing things that are made of bones. It's perfect. Do any drawings for your animation have softer shapes? I'll do some softer shape ones. Who else do we have? Let's go. What's the band? Here we go. Attack Shark, show us the tats. What's going on, man? There's a bunch of them. I'm not listening to metal to be edgy, if I'm being honest. It's just what I've listened to forever. My old drummer used to be able to do that double bass. It's so awesome to watch live. Yeah, I didn't have any tattoos when we did our mentorship, did I? Don't judge the music taste, just want people to stay 60 feet away from him. Yeah, there we go. What else can we do? Let's do... Yeah, I got really addicted to getting tattoos. Thank you, man. I love it. I had always wanted to get a bunch, so I was just kind of being a wimp about it. How are you doing, by the way? If you could, send me a message on Discord or Facebook or something. I want to catch up. What programs do I sketch and animate in if it's not a secret? It's not a secret at all. It's Photoshop and TV Paint. Let's go something less heavy. Something less heavy. Alright. What do I want to draw next? Ever done any programming? Yes, I did, and I wasn't great at it. After I left school, I was considering doing that. Let's try some alternative fire pits, maybe. When's my secret brush pack going live? Never. It's just the hard round brush. I don't have any of the old drawings that I have, really. Unfortunately. Because I threw them all out. Like the coward that I am, I threw them out. Oh, let's have like a roast pig or something. Yeah, let's do that. Or, you know what? Like a rotisserie. Let me think about how I want to do that. Let's start even looser. Maybe it should be hanging. I feel like I've done too many things that are very top heavy though, like that, or that are very tall. Can you show around the canvas? Yeah, I'll do another move around the canvas. Here's this little dude. Those are like the underlings. Here's the boss main, who's the main enemy. And here's our protagonist, who trained at Tiger Schulman's Karate for 20 years. And here's some starting environment concepts. Still have a ways to go though. Not totally thrilled. Where's the female characters? There will be some. Relax. I got a couple of my tattoos in Brooklyn, and I got other ones in Philadelphia. There's this artist Vladimir Biden that I really like. Here's the color representation. Well, I mean, not even gonna go down that. I know you're kidding. Just Google him and Vlad Putin and Joe Biden results came up. God damn it. It's Vladimir Bydin. How many monitors do I have? It's 3 monitors altogether. Yeah, I personally like the traditional style tattoos. He does Russian traditional. All right. I think I'm done for now. So, still making some props. I use TV Paint to animate. And wait, I forgot I didn't show you guys the special effects. So we have some smoke and fire and stuff. You want to burn down Disney? Well, that sounds like a personal problem. I hope that doesn't go through. I hope you change your mind and do something else. Whatchamacallit? Yeah, I'm gonna go. And don't burn down Disney. That's really, I mean, really, that's just it. Just don't do that. All you youngsters just want to burn down the world, you know? Is there any last words that we have to say? I don't think so. How do you become a moderator? Well, a lot of my mods were here from the beginning. So That's kind of how you have to go back in time. You have to go back to 2017. All right, everybody. For YouTube people, I'm gonna end the stream. For you Twitch people, I'm gonna whatchamacallit. I'm going to send you over to somebody else. Later, guys. All right, I guess